12 recently published thriller books that I think are worth your time. If you don't know me, I'm Carrie, and I read a book a day to give you the best thriller, mystery, and horror book recommendations. So if you're into that, make sure to give me a follow. Before we get started, I want to share some resources on the screen with those who are as disgusted with what's happening in Minnesota as I am. And before you say it, no, we cannot keep politics off of Book Talk, and no, we cannot agree to disagree on human rights. Reading is political, and if you're looking for an apolitical book account, this is not it. Dead in the Water by John Marrs is available on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows Damon, who has a near-drowning experience, and his life flashes before his eyes, and he sees a face that he just doesn't quite recognize, and so he decides the only way that he can figure out who this person is by dying again and again. My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney follows Eden Fox, who leaves her house one day to go out for her daily run, and when she returns home, the door is locked, and there is a woman inside wearing her clothes claiming to be Eden. But Eden, of course, knows who she is, so why is this woman pretending to be her? And why is Eden's own husband claiming to not know who she is? This is also looking like it's going to be my Thriller Mystery Book Club's pick for February, so if you're interested in reading it with us, you can join via the link in my bio. Best Offer Wins by Marissa Cashino follows Margot, who has found her dream home and has decided that she will stop at absolutely nothing to make it hers. It Should Have Been You by Andrea Mara follows Susan, who sends a gossipy text message to her sisters about a neighbor just to find out that it went to the community group chat, and the very next day somebody with the same address as Susan is unalived, and Susan then believes it should have been her. Dear Debbie by Freda McFadden is available on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows an advice columnist and housewife named Debbie, whose life is totally in shambles and decides to turn things around by taking things into her own hands and seeking long-awaited revenge. Room in the Attic by T.M. Logan follows a family that moves into a new home, and they discover a room in their attic full of weird items that seemingly are connected to victims of past crimes. And it quickly becomes clear that somebody is willing to do whatever it takes to get these items back. We'll Never Know by Caleb Stevens is available on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows a man named Grant whose pregnant wife gets abducted in broad daylight, and he's then contacted and told that he needs to solve a series of riddles in order to get her back. The Trip by Audrey J. Cole is available on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows a group of friends who have reunited to go on a sailing trip together. 20 years prior, one of their best friends, Courtney, vanished while they were on a trip, and then in present day, a storm hits, and it becomes very clear that somebody on this trip doesn't want the group to make it back. Forget You Saw Her by Noelle W. Eiley is available on Kindle Unlimited, and this is the standalone prequel to Ask for Andrea. You do not need to read Ask for Andrea before you read this one. This is Andrea's origin story, and I don't want to say too much more than that. Haven't Killed in Years by Amy K. Green follows Gwen, who was once known as Marin, the daughter of a notorious serial unaliver. She has now changed her name and left that past behind her, but someone has just delivered a body part to her door, meaning someone knows her secret. The Swamps by Serafina Nova Glass is available on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows YouTube paranormal investigators as they look into the disappearances of two women in a small town in Louisiana. Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston follows Camille and Aubrey, who decide to switch places because Camille believes that her husband Ben is hiding some dark secrets, but he tracks her every movement. So the two women swap places for 12 hours, and during that time, Ben is unalived, and now the two women must come up with an airtight alibi. Thank you so much for watching. Now please leave me a comment and let me know if you've read and loved any of these books, and if you haven't, which one are you most looking forward to picking up?